Hi there. It worked.
Yes.
Welcome to Two Tall Stitchers. This is episode number 73. And we have some exciting news that we'll tell you about in a few minutes.
Yep.
And welcome back if you're
Nobody's
returning. Definitely not me. That would be a miracle and a half. Anyway.
You didn't expect that, did you? It's not often that I surprise her.
Okay. Welcome to Two Tall Stitchers. This is episode 73. My name is Carol, and this nutty person next to me is my daughter, Jennifer, who, since she's turned 50, has just gone overboard. But anyway, we won't get into that. Welcome back. If you're returning, if you're new, God help you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll stay. It helps our analytics if you subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll remind you of that again at the end. But anyway, it's great to have you back. It's a Saturday afternoon. We came up, and Jennifer, we were going to go to lunch, and the sky opened up right after we got the dog out, which was really good because she would have been really wet. And now it's hot and sunny again, and we hope that you guys are doing okay.
Staying cool
And everything else. So, what else? That's it. We're here. We're here.
Just a couple things I think we wanted to mention before we get into the fun stuff. I mean, obviously it's been a tough week weather-wise in many places in the country. Our hearts go out to people in North Carolina and people in Kerrville. I've canoed the Guadalupe River.
Yeah, you have.
There's been fires, there's been floods, and we hope that all of you are safe and that your family is safe as well. It's just super sad to watch.
It's been
watch the news and see everything that's happened. So.
And since we used to live in Texas, we're very familiar with that area.
Yeah, I've camped there
and
canoed down the Guadalupe River, so it was shocking to see
the devastation.
Yeah,
that's the
and
only
very
word for
sad,
it.
Very sad. And I commented on a post as a Girl Scout who was a camper, who was a counselor, a mom who sent kids to camp. It just breaks your heart.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. That brings you to tears.
Yeah.
You know, when you see people out looking and they come across things that they don't want to see.
Yeah.
So our hearts go out to you. We just want you to know that we're thinking of you. And we care. We care.
Yeah.
It's hard. We're very fortunate where we are. You know, the tornado went through. It didn't hit her house. It wasn't super close to ours, and so we were spared. And you know. Yeah.
The other one we want to send our thoughts to is Priscilla.
Yes.
From Stitching with the Housewives. She shared some tough medical news on their Flosstube this morning, and we just want to send out wishes for her to recover fully and have good medical team who can help her get back to everything she loves to do.
Yes, because she's a great designer and a great mom and a great grandma, and not a great grandma, but a really good she's a good
grandmother.
And I know she's very close with her family, and she'll have a lot of support, and I know her viewers will support her too. And we just are sending strong positive thoughts that you can come through this.
Yes, absolutely. Well, maybe we move on to happier things. Let's start with just thank you for our returning viewers. We appreciate you coming back.
God bless you.
Yes, and welcome to our new viewers. We had a couple of mentions and some new subscribers. So mentions, did see Daisy Crafts, the Stitching Owl, and Chris the Camping Stitcher. Thanks for mentioning us. And then that's one I watched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then last night, or earlier this week, when I looked at our channel, we were at 5,996 subscribers. And this morning, this is the surprise.
We have 6,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We are just blown away.
Yes.
Blown away. Thank you. Also, so is my middle grandson.
Yes, he's the first one who got the text about our subscriber count. If you've been here a while, you know he's the one who's impressed that we have merch and all that. So just a big thanks. We don't do this for the subscribers, but it's super fun to watch that number. And when we started, we couldn't have even imagined that 6,000 people would say, yes, I'm interested in watching those two crazy ladies. I was talking to my dad before I came up here, and His mind is going a little bit anyway, but he says, what do you even talk to them about? I said, oh, our cross stitching. Do you think they're interested in that? I said, yeah, I think they are. So it was cute.
And we talk about you.
Yes, yes. So,
we don't. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think we also want to welcome a couple of our new subscribers, especially those of you that helped put us over the edge.
Yeah.
This is by no means anybody. There was a kind of a big group of people in the last couple of weeks.
Wow, thank you.
Thanks. Maybe they were too hot outside to do anything else, so they were watching YouTube. But welcome to Melissa, Donna, Kids, Cats, Stitches. I hope that's cross stitches and not kids and cats that cause stitches. Sonia, CJ, Robin, Jenny, Becky, and Amy, and many others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, the quilt of the day belongs to Miss Jennifer.
Yes.
So she'll tell us about it.
Keep thinking that I will not have another new quilt to show you. And luckily each time right before I have to show you something, I'm like,
something pops up.
I forgot about that one. And you've never seen this one. And this works out well because it was just the 4th of July and it's a red, white, and blue quilt. This is called, I called it, It's a Winner. This quilt was made from a free block called Squares Upon Squares. I have no idea where it was on the internet. No idea if it's still available. If you like the block, try and Google it.
Yeah.
You can kind of see right here, this is the block right here. It's a pretty simple block to put together. And many years ago, like when I first kind of got into quilting, when my kids were really little, we were very active in a Quilting in Indiana Yahoo group. Remember those? And
it's kind of fallen apart. I don't think it's around anymore.
Yahoo doesn't even have groups anymore.
Oh, then it's not around anymore.
So this was way before Facebook times, or it was before old people were on Facebook. It was when only the young people were on Facebook. The old people were in Yahoo groups. And we started a block of the month, and each month they would draw, like people would make a block, and then one of the people who made a block, their name would get drawn for the next month. They would pick the block they wanted everybody else to make. And then those people would make them and send them to this person. And we had some website, I think, that like it was blocks from this website.
Gosh, I don't even remember. Yeah.
They were all pretty straightforward, not super difficult. And we probably did it for a couple of years. And like the 3rd month in, I won. And so I did squares upon squares. And I told people, you know, I want reds in the corner, blue in the middle, and white in the opposite corners. And I got fantastic blocks. And I got so many that I wound up making it a 2-sided quilt. So I put the bright light colors on the front and the dark dusty colors on the back. And unfortunately, it bled when I washed it, which is fine. This now, and I took it to our quilter at the time, Paul Wyckoff, and he quilted it for me. And when I told him I wanted him to quilt with both front and back, and we did custom quilting, he was like, it's not gonna work. And I said, that's okay. He was right. It didn't totally work, but it mostly worked. And so he did, I think it's a custom in here and lines in the blue. Maybe he did different things. This is like a star. I don't know. He did all kinds of stuff in it and a lot of straight lines. And for some reason, I never really used this in my house. I don't know why. It's the car quilt now. So it's always in the back of my car. If we're somewhere and somebody's cold, it gets thrown over them. It's been a picnic blanket. It's wrapped up things so they don't break in the back of the car. So it's a utility quilt, but it's still a great one. And I like it still.
And I won that one time too. And I had people make blocks from the state they were from.
Yeah.
And they're here somewhere.
Well,
I don't think I ever put it together.
Maybe not just pick a state, because a lot of people were from Indiana, but there were also transplants.
There were a lot of transplants.
So someday we'll find those blocks of hers, and then she can make another quilt. So that's our quilt of the day.
Yes.
This is, I would say, it's not quite a bed size. It's probably too short to be a bed size, but it would be wide enough to be a twin, but not long enough. So.
And did she say she made that in 2009?
I didn't say
March.
That. Yeah. So. That was the first year we had a UFO challenge in our quilting group, where we picked 12 projects and wrote them down. And then each month we picked a number and you worked on that project. So this was one of the first ones.
Really? You mean in RB?
In RB.
Oh,
we did.
Forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was one of the first ones I finished that year. So that's our quilt of the day.
Yeah.
Vintage 2009.
It's almost an antique.
A long time ago. Yeah, back
It
then
really
I was
is, my
quilting
goodness.
almost every day
Yeah.
because I would go do that after the kids were in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the quilt of the day. Alrighty, life updates. We went on vacation. We went to Northern California. It was great. I put a bunch of pictures on Instagram, so hopefully you saw them there. Maybe I'll put a few in while I'm talking about it. We started at Lassen Volcanic National Park. The park was not fully open because they had not finished clearing the snow. It was taller than my 6'3" son. He was impressed. He had never been somewhere with snow taller than him.
He's never been skiing in Colorado.
No, he hasn't. So we were able to go about a third of the way into the park and then we could hike up the roads. We hiked up the road for probably an hour and then we did another hike and then we were kind of done because we couldn't see the whole park. It was beautiful what we saw, but there with just a third of the park available. We could have gotten to the other side and seen the top third, but it was an hour and 45-minute drive around.
Oh, wow.
And that would have put us further north, so then an hour and 45-minute back.
So that's like over,
it's a lot of
3.5 hours
time.
of
Yeah.
time plus whatever time you
And the best
spent.
part of the park was beyond the closure. So,
yeah.
so we'll go back someday. But we wound up with some extra time, so we wound up adding a trip to Muir Woods, which is north of San Francisco, on our trip, and it was gorgeous. We really liked that. That's where they have some of the tall redwood trees. It was beautiful. And then we picked up my daughter at the airport. She came out a couple days after the rest of us, and we went down to Monterey. Monterey was beautiful. We loved the aquarium. We saw sea otters in the ocean eating a little octopus. That was super cool. I don't think I told you about that.
Oh.
We thought he was
It's
eating
exciting.
a crab, and then we got on the little telescopes and he was eating an octopus. It was really cool. And then we drove the 17-mile drive in Pebble Beach,
Yeah, that's
and
neat.
it was really beautiful. We saw sea lions out frolicking in the sea and tons of birds, and just stood on the beach and enjoyed it, and ate lunch at the Hay Green, which is famous if you like golf. I don't, so it's lost on me, but the tacos were good. And then we went to San Francisco and we spent the weekend in San Francisco. We had a great time. We did Chinatown and we had an amazing lunch. We did a tour in a 1975 Volkswagen bus that's been renovated. That was very fun, especially the part down Lombard Street, which is the curviest street in the United States, I think, is its reputation.
Oh, yeah.
What else did we do? Oh, we went to Alcatraz. We went to the pier. We had lunch with my aunt and my cousin and his girlfriend. We did Ghirardelli. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
And then we came home on a red eye, and so we did nothing on Monday. But
And so far, I haven't gotten any magnets.
I know. I keep forgetting to bring them.
Oh, okay.
And Jenna has one of them somewhere.
Okay.
So you'll get that in
Okay.
August. Since then, we did college orientation with my son at University of Cincinnati. He got his dorm assignment. He is very excited to start school. We had 4th of July that we spent together here that evening.
Yes.
Wound up with an impromptu great fireworks show right across the street, basically,
Yep.
two streets over.
And down to the left. And,
Yep.
Yeah. They're good with fireworks in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I think that's, what else? Did I put anything else? No, I think that's, oh, and we had a finishing day.
Yes, we did.
We keep talking about it and not doing it, but we actually did it.
Yep.
That was the 5th, I think. Or was it the day of the 4th? I don't
No,
know.
it was the 5th.
It was the 5th.
Saturday, I think.
Yeah. So we got
Saturday.
some FFOing done that you'll see later.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah,
had a good
it
time.
was. It was.
It went fast, but we got a
It
lot
did.
done.
Yep.
Any other updates from you other than doctor visits?
Just doctor visits and work. And I can't think of anything.
We had a fun
really.
little trip this week with Pam.
Yes, we went out to a quilt store in Avon, and you'll see I was not a good girl. But I'm not in trouble.
No, you're not.
I'm not in trouble.
Most of it was for a purpose.
Because most of it, I'm trying not to buy it unless it's something I need to finish a project.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to get her out there with me because I did see
Yeah, I
some
haven't
things
been
that I
out
want to
there
buy. Oh, it's a good store.
Yeah.
Good store.
Good.
Oh, yeah. And, I won the Bunko prize.
You
We
did?
played Bunko. I should have brought it up. It's really
Yeah.
pretty. It's a wooden cutting board, but it's got Indiana cut into it
Engraved.
and all the engraved, all the cities and everything. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
I should have grabbed that.
You don't want to put cheese on that, I guess, or you flip it over.
No, no, it would be all.
It would get in all the
well,
grooves.
crafts. Yeah, I think it's more a display cheese
I think
board,
so too.
a cutting board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something you can hit somebody with, but it's a good sized wooden board. Some days I may use it.
Yeah. All right. You have a previous finish you brought up. It's right there.
Oh, a previous finish. I didn't catch previous. Okay.
Oh.
God. All right, here we go. This is a previous finish. I can't tell you when I made this, but I had it framed in Houston, and I've been here 22 years, so it's probably 25 years old at least.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think it's so pretty.
Was that Lizzie Kate or Bent Creek, or do you remember?
One of the two. I don't know. I don't have any information on it. I don't think I have the pattern anymore. But I love it.
Cute.
I love it for summer. I think it's great. So, yeah, I forgot.
That's a giant watermelon.
Yeah, it sure is. But I'm excited. I mean, I remembered to bring it up, and then I didn't know what you were talking about.
It looks like it was a thicker thread. Like either you used a full skein. It looks like more than 2 strands.
What, a big pearl cotton?
It could be. Or
I
it
don't
could be
think
like
so.
4 strands.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. This is a big count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have no information at all.
Like
I
it's
love it.
probably a 10 count.
Could be. I don't know
Maybe
that I have
close to it. Yeah.
I don't know that I have the pattern. I'm sure I don't.
Yeah. But
yeah.
no, that's fun.
So
That's a good one. Questions. We have catch up from 2 questions because I did not get to our statistics on our last question. So you'll get 2 sets of answers and 2 sets of statistics today.
Ooh.
2 videos ago, we asked you, how often do you shop? And it was fun to read the comments. Again, as always. We have a lot of frequent shoppers. 16 of you say that you shop every day. Several of you said you had tabs open while you were watching the video.
I've been known to do
Somebody
that.
was like, are you watching me? Did you see that I'm shopping right now? 12 of you shop a few times a month. 9 of you are trying to slow down because you have what's Sable stash
That's
accumulated beyond life expectancy. Or you're trying to save money.
Yeah. I'm not leaving any to her.
Yeah. So 9 of you are trying to slow down. That's not you. You're not trying to slow down at all. 9 people said only when they need something or like they're ready for the next project and they're getting that ready. So they're like kind of right with those trying to slow down people. 8 people said probably monthly. And then 4 people said every couple months, a few times a year. 4 people said, I have no idea. No pattern. And then 3 people said mostly when they're traveling is when they do their shopping.
Interesting. Stopping in
several
stores.
people commented about not having an LNS, local needlework shop, so they do a lot of online shopping. And that either causes them to shop more or shop less. So some of our common threads. The first one, shopping does not equal buying. There were a couple people who talked about the value of a wish list on an online store where you can like just put stuff in there and then either people can go see it and buy it for you or you have it and when you're ready for it, you can buy it. You don't have to go search for it again.
Yeah, good idea.
Some talked about the risk of shops that host weekly stitch nights or monthly block of the month at the quilt store and they suck you in there and then when you're there you gotta buy something. So that was fun. That's how often you shop. And then our question last time was vacation themed, and we asked 2 questions. What's your favorite vacation spot? And do you take stitching with you when you travel? So we'll do the second question first. It was overwhelming. 10, 20, 30, 40 people said yes, they travel with their stitching.
Of
and
course.
Several people said it's the first thing they pack. One person said it's always my biggest bag. A couple of you said maybe it depends on the trip and what I have going on and what I'll be doing. And then 3 of you said nope, they don't tend to take stitching with them either because they focus on family time, or they know they're going to be busy, or they read. So this was the thing that came out. Some of the people said stitching and books. Some people said that's when I do my reading. I heard of crochet. A lot of people stitch in the car, and a lot of people said they couldn't cross stitch in the car, but they could bind quilts or do hand applique or something like that. So, or crochet, knitting. So a lot of us are traveling with a lot of stitching supplies. I took 2 projects with me. You won't see one of them because I didn't touch it. The other one I thought, well, I must take 2 because I'm sure I'll finish this. Not done. And then favorite vacation spots. And this was kind of hard to group. So what I did is I did great big groupings. Like we had 25 people who like going to the water, to the beach, to the lake, to the coast, to the shore. And I'm going to tell you, get your pencils out or get your phone out to make a note on your notes app. The places that people love to go.
Oh.
Okay, ready? Avalon Beach, the New Jersey shore. Do you know where Avalon Beach is?
Yes. Yeah.
Lake
I was
Superior.
raised in New Jersey, so.
Yeah. Lake Superior, Michigan. Depot Bay or the Oregon coast. Mackinac Island. I wore my Mackinac t-shirt today just because of that. Maine. Prince Edward Island. Grand Cayman. Lakes in Wisconsin. Owasco Lake in New York, which is part of the Finger Lakes.
Oswego.
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 I don't know.
Oswego.
Yeah. San Rafael, California, which I think is on the coast. Maybe. Sorry if it's not. Pele Island, Lake Huron, Alaska, Aruba, Algonac, St. Catharines River, Lake Michigan, northern Minnesota, and British Columbia.
Oh.
Those sound like some pretty places
Yes.
to visit. Right behind water was mountains. People like to be in the mountains. 12 people said they like to go to the mountains. Some of the ones that came up, well, this is a mountain and a lake. Big Bear Lake in California.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere in Colorado. Porcupine Mountains in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Pagosa in Colorado. Pagosa Springs, I think.
Yeah.
Banff, Canada. 10 of you said something that, like, I wasn't sure if it was a lake or a place, so I just put them under, like, out somewhere in the country. Upstate New York, South Dakota. Yeah. Holmes County, Ohio. I meant to look that up to see where Holmes County is. Vermont, Pinecrest, California. Arizona in the winter.
Yeah.
And Stanley, Idaho. And then 5 of you said parks of some sort. And we had several people who mentioned national parks. Utah state parks. I went to one of those a couple of years ago and it was amazing. And we were talking about how is this not a national park? And then we realized there are like 6 national parks in Utah. So like, even if you're an amazing state park, you're out of luck because there's already too many national parks in Utah. Jedediah State Park in California, which has redwoods. Yellowstone. Jenny Lake in the Tetons, which is gorgeous and is the place where we saw a bear with her cubs right in front of us on the hiking trail. This is the most scared I've ever been in my life. So it's beautiful, but I'm not going back anytime soon. And then we had a couple people who commented on like cities or countries that they've really enjoyed going to. Australia came up, one of your favorites. Florence, Italy. I've been there. I had one of the best meals, probably 2 of the best meals of my life there. The UK. And
pretty.
then, I don't know how this one didn't get mixed in with the others, but somebody said Beaverton, Oregon, which is where their grandkids live. And so that's their favorite place to go.
Oregon's pretty too.
Oregon's lovely. So we had lots of great vacation spots. And as I was doing this morning, I said to my husband, I have things to add to our list. So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of
We're in the
good
middle of
ideas.
cornfields.
Yes.
I love mountains.
Those are our questions.
Yes, thank you.
And we had no questions from you this time.
You guys weren't very curious this time.
I know, which is fine.
Yeah.
So then, do you want to go into whips? New starts?
Sure.
All right. You want me to start?
Yeah, because I don't know why I
You
have.
don't have much.
No.
We'll start with the whip I took on vacation. As I told you, I was like, oh, I'll finish this. So I took 2 projects. I didn't finish it. I never even touched my second project. I worked on my bookmark. I'm trying to get the right page out here. Called Wintry Tales. They're stuck together. And this is a modern folk embroidery pattern that was part of a pattern set back last year. I'm stitching mine on the remnants of a big piece of color and cotton. Havana is 28 count linen. And I'm stitching it with an old Needle Necessities thread. And that's how far I am. So the top motif was done before I got on the airplane. I did some stitching on the airplane on the way out there because we left here in the afternoon, and so it was great. We kind of ate dinner before we got on the airplane, and then I had a couple hours of stitching time, which was fabulous. I watched a movie and stitched, and then I got this part done a little bit while we were out there in the evenings. So not as much stitching as I thought, but making good progress. And who knows, maybe next time you see this, it'll be a finish.
Oh, and it's got reindeer in it. That's why you're doing
It has a reindeer, yes.
2.
At the bottom. And the initials, I didn't want to try and figure out the initials while I was on vacation. And I do plan to finish it. I think it's a hem stitch around it. So I'm going to try that for the first time and see how that goes. So I'll finish it that way, FFO it that way when I get it finished stitching. So that was my first whip.
Okay, I've been working on the Springtime Snippets by Little Robin Designs, and I didn't like her colors because to me springtime is supposed to be colorful. So I'm working on 36 count Edinburgh linen, antique white, and this is what I've done so far. I have, oops, here we go. I have 2 completed. I have Hop and Bloom, and actually the Hop looks better than I thought because I used my color and cotton brights, and when I was working on it, the yellow didn't show up well at all. It drove me crazy, and I did a lot of ripping because I couldn't see it. It was so variegated. But so then I went ahead and started spring because I wanted to see something I could see.
Yeah.
And
last time you had just started Hop,
yeah.
so that's a finish since
yeah.
last
So Hop
time.
is a finish, and then spring. All I have to do is the 3 sheep, and it'll be done. I was working on that, so yeah. So
I really like the green.
yeah, the green is pretty.
Yeah, it's a pretty green.
What
color is that? Do you have it up here? I know it's the color in cotton.
Yeah, hang on.
You should probably tell them all 3 colors
okay.
for these.
These were all special editions, so I don't know that you can get them. The pink is called Candy Hearts. The yellow is called Raincoat. And I have one that's a little stronger, which I kind of wish I'd used, but now it doesn't look too bad. And the green is called Goosebumps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm real pleased with that. I
I
plan to
think
finish.
it'll look better when it has something behind it.
Yeah.
Because you can see
Yeah,
it's better when you can't see through it.
I'm going to finish them as little pillows, tight little pillows. And what I plan to do is put like green rickrack around, pink and yellow to make them real
That'll be great.
together. So
When we got home, we came home, I think on the 29th or 30th, whatever that Monday was. And I was feeling like some patriotic stitching, but I had a start planned for the 4th of July. I didn't want to start that early. So I pulled out Patriotic People, which I had started during Stitch Mania. This is by Emily Call Stitching. It's 2 patterns in one, so both of these patterns are in it, and I'm doing the one with the 2 people. I had finished the little man last time you saw it, and now I have the little girl next to him and a lot of the little doodads. I did change the cheeks from when I was working on it last time. I made them a little bit darker, and that's the kind of light pink heart that you see up above them. To the person who said it looks like the patriotic man is giving us the finger, he's not. He's holding a flag. So that's the start of the flagpole. I just used the end of the thread there. So next time it'll look better, like he's not giving us the finger with a great big... Yeah. So that's Patriotic People. And I'm stitching this in 32 count raw natural. This will become a shop model for Persnickety Stitchers, our local shop. And I am using a conversion of threads to mimic the colors because the called for is color and cotton, which we don't carry in the shop. So it's a combination. If you're interested in knowing what the colors are, just let me know and I'm happy to send you a note with them. So that's Patriotic People. Coming right along. Hopefully it'll be a finish next time I touch it because I just need to do
not too much left.
The flag, a couple doodads, and the border.
Yeah. The last time we were talking about patriotic starts and Jennifer pulled out 5. I only have 5, haha. And she had you guys all vote on them. And so the winner by 2 was the Patriotic Quilter. And so I did start that on July... Quaker, sorry. Quaker. Patriotic Quaker. And I did start that on July 4th. And I was working on it at the library when we were stitching. And I just automatically opened it up. And I can't show you the other way, but I started it like this. So I was stitching along. And I was really proud of myself. It looked so good and everything. And then when I came home and started to work on it, I realized that, guess what? There's a house at the bottom, and then there's the number 1776. So it doesn't stitch like this, it stitches like this. But I think, based on the pattern, this is the left edge, and I'm pretty sure I have enough fabric to fit the whole thing on this way, because we pretty much cut it square. It's pretty square. Yeah. It was like 79 by 82 or something. So
yeah,
it's
82 by 79. Yeah. You should be fine.
I should be fine, but it was one of those deals. I was like, oh crap. What did I do? And so yeah, so I've worked on it some, but I've been busy on some other stuff that you'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, that's my
remember what the fabric is?
It's a secret. It was a leftover scrap. I think. I don't.
And what count? I'm just going to hold it up again while you look.
I don't know.
Do you know what count it is? It looks like probably 32.
Look and see if it's in here.
I'm going to guess this is something you bought from Cross Stitching Supplies before she was out of business.
Possibly, yeah.
Because of the finishing on it.
No, I don't appear to have the fabric tag in there. It's left over from somewhere.
Nice, darker color.
I think it was one of those, we looked through my stuff and you said this would work, and so I said, okay.
Yeah.
And so, so that's, and so I have the 5 of them, you guys didn't like, I'll show you, we'll just go over since we're here.
Yes.
Let's see, the least favorite was this one. This one only got 8 votes.
Loo-hoo stitches.
Yeah. And then
little patriotic fling. It's still cute.
Yeah, I know. This one got 15. Where's the other
Holiday Hoopla.
The faded flag, which I saw a minute ago and has now disappeared. I don't know where that pattern went. Oh, here it is. The faded flag, which is that one.
Oh, we had it all kitted up.
Yeah, that was ready to go. The faded flag was 18, and then Stars and Stripes, which was this one, which we had kitted up, was 22, and then the Patriotic Quaker was 24.
So by the skin of its teeth, that won.
Yep. So thank you for your...
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun.
She was updating me along the way, because I think Patriotic Quaker came out to a quick lead in the beginning, but then others started catching up, and she was like, I don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was fun.
Yeah.
My 4th of July start is American Sampler House by Annie B's Folk Art. I have loved this pattern since the day I first saw it. and it's not my normal style. I don't know. Do I have a normal style? But
we don't do a lot of sampler
Yeah.
or that kind of stuff.
and
So,
like the
no,
house with
the
the
house is
alphabet
real-
in it and
no.
stuff wouldn't normally be mine, but that flag is great. I love it. And who knows? Our plans change all the time. So I was very happy on the 4th of July. I woke up, I ate some breakfast, I played around on my phone for a little while, and then I got to business and I watched Two Needles Pulling Thread, Helen D, and Cornhusker the whole time while I was drinking my coffee and everything. And I got my stitching started.
You drink coffee?
Tea.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my tea. No, I rarely drink coffee. And so this is how far I got. I'm using all the called for colors, which are a mixture of DMC sampler threads and Weeks dye works. And this fabric is 28 count Arctic by, I think that's Picture This Plus.
It's
I
really
got
pretty.
this at Craft Gallery in there. They used to have, I don't know if they still do, over by the wall baskets with smallish pieces. So
okay.
this is an 11 by 12 piece, which will be perfect. As you can see, I put it on my scroll frame. What are these called? American
I don't
something
remember.
frames. We
Yeah.
get asked every single time. They're no longer available in the exact configuration. We have the ones you sew on. You can see my
Tape.
basting stitches there. And I put it on this because I figured with the size of that house, this will be a longer term project, and then I can do two-handed stitching, which
Yep.
will help me move faster. If it's on this, I have now 2 stands that I can put these frames on that work really well with them. So that'll enable me to move a little bit faster with the two-handed stitching.
Yeah.
So that is American Sampler House, my 4th of July start. And did you see a bunch of people are doing a sal for America's
250th
250th
birthday.
birthday,
anniversary.
13 patriotic starts between now
And next
then.
July. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. But who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'll just hope that I have that done by July.
Yeah.
That'll be my goal. I do have the Leela Studios Independence Hall pattern, which is
Oh,
gorgeous. It's huge. I think I even have fabric for it, but I'm not in the mood right now to start a great big old piece. Yeah. Do you have more whips?
I haven't really worked on anything else because I was
Okay.
doing these guys, and
Okay.
I don't know if I'm.
You did. You've forgotten.
Yeah.
My second new start was a free pattern Friday from Primrose Cottage. If you're a part of their newsletter, you get a free pattern. Is it the
Once a month.
last Friday of the month?
I can't remember, but yeah.
This came up and I immediately loved it, immediately printed it, and went downstairs to kit it up. I didn't have a lot of pink fabric, but I found one that works. And then on Saturday of last week, Sunday, I started it, and I'm already like halfway done. I haven't filled in the second watermelon because I don't have a lot of Aztec red left, so I gotta look and see if you have Aztec red.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, you guys? I'm down to that much. Is that
That's-
enough?
that's
Is
a
that
good
enough
bit.
to stitch the watermelon?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I'll plow forward. This is, I don't know what caught me about this. I think the pink fabric,
Yeah.
the bright colors, very fun. So I stitched on this Sunday and I think Monday nights. And it is on Forbidden Fiber Vintage Poinsettia 28 count Lugana. And if you like stitching on Lugana, I just want to say that Forbidden Fibers Lugana, I absolutely love. I pretty much love all Luganas, but I don't know what it is about this one. I just absolutely love it. So if you get a chance and you like Lugana and you see some, pick it up.
And let me just mention that if you don't subscribe to their newsletter, Primrose Cottage has their newsletter that comes out, and before they release this, they do the finishing kits. And I will show you that in my haul, I have gotten a couple of finishing kits from them, and they're really nice. And so I'm looking forward to starting that.
Yeah, good.
I think the pattern for it is downstairs.
Oh,
Maybe. I don't know.
okay. That's all my whips.
Okay.
I have a big finish. Do you have any finishes?
No, I don't think so.
All right, you ready? She hasn't seen it yet. She heard I finished it, but she hasn't seen it.
Oh, wow.
You know that for the last year and then some, we're working on the Hindsight Crystal Reindeer. And one of our viewers has already asked about purchasing these from me. And so these will be going on to someone else. I've stitched it on 36 count white opalescent Belfast linen. And I finished it last night. That paper's not going to do anything.
I know. Oh, well, it'll just...
We don't even need
Look
it.
at that. Oh, my
So
goodness.
there it is. You can see the
All
difference in the
crystals.
margins.
Look at the crystals.
So let me see if I can get up close so you guys can see.
They're not showing up.
Anyway, maybe a little bit.
Wow.
So on each reindeer, there's Swarovski crystals. You can see them there on the hearts, kind of. There's, I think, 7 crystals on each reindeer. And it's opalescent fabric. I won't smack you in the face.
My nose.
It's opalescent fabric, and so it has shimmer and sparkle to it. And I absolutely love them.
It's gorgeous.
I made one change. This last reindeer, which was in progress last time you saw it, Blitzen. Blitzen's sled was supposed to be candy cane, and I didn't like how I started it that way, and I didn't like how it looked because I thought it really took away from
everybody else is
the
same.
look of everybody else. And I looked at the pattern real close under my magnifying lamp, and when they did them all together, they had not done the candy cane either. I think if you did it separately, it would be fine.
As an individual, it'd be fine.
So I did Blitzen with the regular sled. His name was supposed to be in the sled colors, so I switched it to red and pink.
Yeah.
And I put my year in, I put my initials in, and now I got to figure out how I'm going to frame this.
How she's going to squeeze it into a frame.
Yeah. And man, you guys, look at all that space on that side.
You're getting like your mother.
Yeah.
I do stuff like that.
So that's my big finish.
Oh my
Hooray!
gosh, it's gorgeous.
And you know what that means? Now I get to start another reindeer piece.
Yeah. But you have to understand, she bought that pattern how long ago?
Oh, I bought this pattern from Needle Fever.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Before she sold it to the new owner.
Oh, wow.
Which is the one that owned it when it went out of business in probably 2010.
Yeah.
And I bought the patterns, and I knew they had the crystals in them, and I had just seen it. I think I saw it in a magazine or something, and I said, I have to have that. And I ordered the patterns, and I did not ask how expensive they were. And I still remember all the patterns together was $120. And when I went into the shop, because she called and said, your patterns are here. Great. I went in, and she rang it up and said $120. And I about fell over. And she's like, but there are crystals in each one of them. So I took a deep breath, and I pulled out my credit card.
We're eating beans for weeks.
And I'm happy to say that, I don't know, 15 years later, I haven't forgotten about the $120, but I've done okay without that $120. And the framing, I'm sure, will cost me far more than that. So that was my big finish. And I'm really excited to have it done. And I have 2 other reindeer projects that I can't wait to get started on. But I'm going to probably try and whip out a couple of my other whips before I start another big project. Because right now I'm running, I think, 8 whips, 8 or 9. I think that was 9, and now I'm down to 8. So I'd like to whittle it down, maybe get a couple of the small ones done. And then I like to have a good mix of small, medium, and large projects. So that's my finish.
That's amazing.
Oh, that goes with haul.
Yeah.
Well,
I just remember
did
where
you
it was.
talk about this last time? Do you want to show them what you did?
Okay, you guys, you're really going to be impressed. You know
We'll come back to FFOs in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how much crap I have. And I'm always talking about cleaning up. Well, I was sitting at the desk in the office one day and I looked down and I thought, I have all these 3-wing binders and I have a bunch of sleeves and I have all those PDFs or free patterns that I've printed off and they're just in a pile and I go through them and everything. So I sat down and I took the binder and I put all my PDFs into sleeves.
I have to be careful because, let's see.
Yeah.
I can't show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this one's like a freebie, so
Yeah.
I can show if I can.
They were freebies and stuff. And so I put them all in the binder alphabetically. I ordered tabs from Amazon. They came the next day. I got them all in order. And they're alphabetical inside, you know, like all Primrose Cottage and then whatever, and Helen D and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of myself because now I know where they all are.
And she had it out on the table. Look at my binder! Look at my binder! When I came back from vacation, she was like, you have to see what I did. That should have been in your life updates.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was quite an update. Here, I'll stick it over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because now I know where all my printed patterns are.
Yes.
Of course, I couldn't find it when I was looking for it before. But so, okay, now go ahead.
FFOs?
FFOs.
Ready?
Yes, 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 yes.
I'm going to show my one that's not impressive first.
Okay.
It's not impressive because I showed it almost all the way FFO'd before. This is Cat and Bones
Yeah.
from Bent Creek. I got this at market this year. And last time you saw it, it almost looked like this, except it didn't have the pom-pom around the edge. So ironically, that's not the first FFO I worked on that day. I started on a couple of other things and then I was like, stop, put the damn pom-poms on this. Because if you get to the end of the day and you haven't done the one thing that you were going to do, you're going to be really mad at yourself. And then I glued on my initials and year tag. And that's what I usually do on flat folds. Unless, because usually they're smalls and I don't want the name and initials on there. So I will take a little piece of fabric in the corner, put my name and initials, and I either glue it here or I glue it in here to the inside of the flat fold, depending on what look I want. So that's Cat and Bones.
Yeah. And then this one has been done. I'd really have to dig. Remember, they were the little boxes.
Doodles?
Doodles, I think they were called.
I think so.
And I've had it done for a long time, and I've had the frame for a long time. It came from Hobby Lobby. And look at it. I know it doesn't look like much, but for me, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm excited.
That's Make Market. That might be Michael's.
Okay, yeah, because it doesn't have a price on it. It's probably Michael's. Yeah, but it was one of those things I saw. I thought, I'm just going to pick it up. And lo and behold, it fit.
The box date is 2/20/23. So that's not that old.
That's not that bad.
2.5
I've had the
years.
frame for a long time, and I've had this finished for longer than that.
Yeah.
And then it comes with either this or it's got a hook on the back.
Do you want to put this up in the...
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go.
People want to
in case you want to see it. There we go.
What do you think it is? 4x4? Probably?
I think
the
so.
inside of it?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
But I'm not great at finishing. It's 5x5. It says 5x5. I'm not a great finisher. And, you know, I finished, Teresa's done stuff for me and Jennifer's done a few things, but I did this myself.
She did. She did a great job.
So
the same day.
We owe me out.
Yes. The same day, before I did the stupid pom-poms, they're not stupid pom-poms, they're Lady Dot. They're very nice pom-poms. And I figured out how to get the trim off without cutting them apart, which is great. The other finish I did that day is Summer from the Mad for Plaid series by Hands On Design. And I stitched this during Stitch Mania and finished it right afterwards. And it will go on the Chantel's
stand.
Yes, the stand that I can't remember the name of right now. I have autumn and spring finished, and so summer will go on it. I didn't put it on because I knew I would forget to grab it, but that's out in my living room. So that will get put on, and I had just enough fabric, you can see around the back, like barely made it, but I thought this green was great to make the green in the piece pop.
Yeah.
So it's another FFO.
Okay, and then my turn. This one has been finished forever, and was it during COVID that we went through and sorted all my stuff? It's been a couple of years.
I think it was about a year ago.
And we sorted, and you know, this will do this, you'll do this with this and everything.
We had a day that we pulled, like I brought my finishing pieces, you brought yours.
Yeah, we pulled them out.
We pulled out all of our finished stuff and tried to match up.
Yeah,
so
traded
that's
and everything.
when that's from.
And so this guy is done. There's no date on it, but look at him.
I think that's a Bent Creek.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I think so.
One of their ABC charts, like I did the harvest.
Yeah. And so I did the lady dot little tiny pom-poms around, and I separated them. Jennifer showed me how, but it didn't work, so I had to cut them apart. And I had black fuzz all over me, but I got them in there, and that's another finish. And this again was it's a deep frame, so I just could stuff it in. Yeah. And so. And
that one has a sawtooth hanger on the back.
Yeah, it has a sawtooth hanger.
But it can also, it's sturdy enough. It can just sit
up.
On
it's
shelf
just
like
a regular box. Yeah.
Super cute. I'm so glad you finally finished that.
You and me both.
The next one is a project that I finished 6 years ago. Today, it came up on my Instagram memories. What's that? 2019. I think it might have even been 2018. Okay. Here comes the rain again.
I don't think there's going to be any problem, but if we go dead, it's because of the storm.
No, it'll be fine. Yeah. This is Bloom. It was an Art to Heart chart with the buttons included. And I think the buttons were from Jabco, but I'm not sure. The outside frame was very hard to get straight. My linen wasn't really straight, probably the way I held it or mounted it or whatever. But I played and played and played and got it as straight as I could on this. I think really it looks pretty good in the end. And this will be a great spring piece. This is on a box frame that I think I got at Hobby Lobby, which was on clearance for $249.
It's a $10 frame. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
And I have two pieces that fit on this. This is magneted on. You can see what it was originally. And you just pop on. The other piece I have for this is like a Valentine's piece. So it'll stay up on the wall and go from Valentine's to spring this year.
Cute.
So that's Bloom by Art to Heart.
And I had 3 more I was working on, but I didn't get them done. This
Pièce de
overachiever.
Resistance. This is the first one I worked on, and this was really my goal for the day. Earlier in the year, I bought a couple of frames at Michael's and decided I wanted to try and frame them myself. And I was a little worried. I haven't done a lot of framing myself, and I don't always get it real straight. So I worked really hard on this one, and I think I did a pretty good job. This is Goody Grimwood by Plum Street Samplers. And you can see it's in a pretty ornate frame that I had ordered. And I'm really, really happy with it.
You did a great job.
I still need to finish up the back. I used Mom's Ka-Chunker.
Yeah.
To, what are these called? To put the point drivers in the back. I pinned and then laced the stitched piece. So I pinned it to make sure it was straight, and then I just laced it to kind of hold it in place. But I can't remember if I left the pins in or I took them out at the end. And the gal at Michael's, where I bought the frame, said if I brought it back in, they'd finish the back for me. So that's my plan. I have one more, and I want to get that one done and take them both in together. But I had registered for the state fair before I did this, so I didn't put it in the state fair for this year, but my plan is that this will be a state fair entry for next year. Yeah. And I'm so happy to have it done way before Halloween. Yeah. I think this is like, it'll be out all of fall. I'll probably put it out in September.
It's really pretty.
And keep it out until the Thanksgiving stuff goes up. Yay!
We had a really good day. My room is not recovered from it yet, but...
Yeah. And then one more thing I just wanted to comment on. So this had been an FFO a couple of years ago. This is a Doreen Jones Block of the Month that I stitched in 2019 and I finished it in early 2020, or it says 2020, maybe I stitched it throughout 2020, I don't remember. And I finished it as a wall hanging probably a couple of years ago, and it had tabs and I never liked how they looked. And so as part of our finishing day, I just tacked down the tabs, and so now I can hang it with a dowel. And I actually bought one, it hasn't arrived yet. So my plan is to hang this in my bedroom. I think it's really pretty and bright. And these were all the called for patterns except for that one right in the middle. For May, they had VE Day, which is Victory in Europe Day from World War II. And being somebody who lives in the United States, that wasn't as meaningful for me. So I took pictures of the Medal of Honor, and I fashioned a pattern of the Medal of Honor, charted it myself, and stitched that up in place. And the idea with this was that each block celebrated an event or a holiday or a milestone for that month and a flower for that month. So if you look, there's a flower in each block. Don't you love that big mug of beer for Oktoberfest?
Yeah. What about the koala? What is
New Year's.
Oh,
I don't know why it had a koala, but that's what sold it, because when she released the pattern, that was the sneak peek.
Oh.
And I love koalas, and I was like, I have to buy it. So yeah, and the pets are like International Friendship Day or something like that. They're a collection of holidays, some are which were very familiar to me, and some of which were less familiar to me in the United States. But I just wanted to show that, because sometimes you're not happy and you never do it, but I finally did it. So now it'll be able to hang in my bedroom. It's pouring.
It's pouring. Holy crow.
So that's our FFOs.
Yes.
It was a very productive day.
Yes, it was. We had a good time.
Yes.
I'm still working on several. You'll make it to see them in the next year or two.
Maybe one the next.
Well, I'm hoping to get a couple more done.
Yeah. You had another one you got put on the backing board, but you need to paint the frame.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then I have the pillows that I finished. There's 5 of them to do.
Yeah.
I had hoped to get to them, but didn't.
One of these days.
One of these days.
I didn't visit any stitching shops on my vacation. I didn't look any out, but I also didn't visit any. My only purchase, I think, was a t-shirt and magnets, which someday she'll get to see. Did you buy anything the last 3 weeks? I know the answer. Because there's a lot of stuff on the table.
Let me show you this first. It's a big bag of black towels, because since Jack is going to the University of Cincinnati, I am going to monogram towels for him. And I'm going to do his initials, and I'm going to do them in like this way, not long, but in a block kind of thing. Yeah. So they just came the other day, and I was like, what is that? I kind of went crazy with Amazon the last week. And I'm like, what is that box? Last night I got home from work and I was like, what is that? And I go, oh, the towels are here. Yeah. So that's my project. It's black, and I'm going to do the monogram in red, because that's their colors. Yeah. And someone suggested that I get black towels rather than red towels, because since they won't be washed very often, they won't look as bad.
Yeah.
So
he's a boy.
That's what we're hoping. Yeah. So that was one of my hauls. And then this is the pattern, the free monthly pattern called Red, White, and Spools.
That was from June.
That was from June. And you can order ahead of time. So I ordered the finishing kit for it, and this is it. It comes with, this is for the back, and then it's got the rickrack and the fabric, and that's probably the backing. And then also at the same time, this was their pattern for their grand opening, which I can't show you because it's just the chart. And, oh, maybe, yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And so that was a freebie that came with any purchase.
That's great.
So, so I got that. And then, where's my storage stuff? Okay, I don't think I showed this the last time, but this is the new counted just cross stitch Halloween magazine, and lots of times I'm not crazy about their Halloween one, but this has some really cute things in it. Really, really cute things.
I saw several things I want to stitch in this one.
So I got that, and then here we go. There's more.
Look at this guy. Isn't it cute? Okay.
And I was in Michael's the other day getting some stands for stuff, and this was like 60% off or something, and it's just a block, but the finish, the edge is so nice. Something will fit on there that's for $2 or something. Something will fit on there when I finish. And then well, I'm doing the monthly minis, and we have to find the bag with all. This is the August. It just came in yesterday, so I was checking them in, and I immediately pulled it for myself. And then my friend Karen in our stitch group loaned me a needle, and it was a 28 count, which I've never really stitched on before.
And
They're
Michelle
really
had
fun.
given you one of
And
those
Michelle
too
had given me.
at
I think
retreat.
she gave me one of these. I think it was pink. And so 28. So helping my friend Sue reach the $80 free shipping minimum, she ordered. I got some 28s, and then I thought, what the heck? So I also ordered some 26s.
Good.
And then when I was in the store yesterday, they're kind of petites. But then we have
they're Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet needles.
Yeah. And they're from the Fat Quarter Shop. And then we have the Colonial Petites. So I picked up 2 of those yesterday. I thought I'd try them too, because I really, it's crazy, but I like petite needles. I don't know why, I do. So that was pretty much, and then I was very fortunate from Cornhusker State Stitchers. Jamie's husband is making frames, and so
he's a cabinet maker.
He's a cabinet maker
who agreed to make some frames.
Yes,
So
didn't realize how popular they would be.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the frame it came, and it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's so smooth, and I think he assembles them and Jamie waxes them and stuff. But so I was able to get one of these. So thank you guys.
There is a picture of Jamie and Terry busting their rear ends, getting all the frames ready.
Yeah, I made notes down.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
So that was my cross stitch stuff, and then I was on Dawn's. It's twice sheared sheep, and these are markers for knitting. And what is neat is when you have something that you have to cast on like 200 stitches, you keep counting and counting. Well, what's really neat is these are markers, and they are marked like every 25, I think. So you can slip them on, and you can move them around. But that's so good, because if you're working on something big, a cowl or anything like that, it's really nice to be able to do that. So that was my.
Speaking of cowls.
Oh God, yeah. I have a couple started. I'm working on them. And then, okay, let me put away. I've been making some bags. You saw the bitsy bags, and then I have done the other bags with the cork bottoms, and I've done project bags. And so I was a little low on zippers, and it's such a good deal. I got all of these for $18 from Zip It, which is on Etsy. Zip It zippers. Fast shipping. I'm ordered they shipped them on the 7th. She was on vacation, so I think she came back on the 6th. The order was processed on the 7th, and I had it the other day.
Great.
And so I got how many? 10 pack of rainbow sampler in 14 inches. I got a 12 pieces in 14 inches of pastels, and then I got a 10 pack of 9 inches. So I have quite a selection now, which is good. And so that was that. And then we mentioned that Pam and I went out to Love It Sew, and I saw the pattern, but what I saw is they had great Halloween fabric and fall fabric. That's why I want her to go back out with me. So I didn't buy anything for project bags yet, but they had this kit, and this was the pattern. Oh, okay. And this, it was...
This is Penny Candy by Villa Rosa Designs.
And this is the fabric. I haven't opened it all up yet, but that's part of it. And this is probably the background with the spider webs. And then these are all the pieces to put on the, in here.
Yeah.
So it was so cute, and I couldn't resist it. And it's small, so hopefully it'll be quick.
Yeah.
And
we were talking about kits and how many kits we have. And I said to Mom, she's gotten almost, I think, all of her table runner kits done. It's the big ones that don't get done.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was that. And then
Here, I'll put that.
I've showed you, I think, I bought a panel for my oldest grandson. It's a skiing panel, and I needed a couple more pieces of fabric. And so I found this gray, which is gorgeous, and I don't think, yeah, you can see it. See, it sparkles, and I thought, oh, it's snow. And
Like
so it reminds me
snow.
like fresh snow. And then I got this also to go with it, and it's going to be part of the background, and also it's going to be the border.
It's like it's snowing at night.
Oh, okay. Yes.
See?
Okay. Yeah. So I saw that. And then I have an Oriental quilt, which we bought the kit at Lolly's 10 years ago. It's got to be
15.
10, at least 10.
Yeah.
And so I finally got it all together. Pam quilted it for me, but I had no binding fabric left. And so I bought this binding fabric, which is really pretty. I don't know if you can see it. See, it's got a bit of a texture to it.
Tone on tone, dark chocolatey brown.
So you'll see these finished, hopefully sometime in my lifetime.
I don't know what that bag.
Yeah. So that was all my purchases.
Yeah.
It wasn't too terrible, really, if we don't count all the zippers. And then we got some great Happy Mail.
Yes.
And I want to thank you, one of our wonderful viewers who lives out of state. You know, we showed the pattern that one of our other viewers sent us with the snowmen, and they had the socks. Well, guess what? She had a pair of the little socks.
Yes.
So she sent them to us, as well as the directions to make the sock monkey.
The full monkey.
The full monkey.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yes, we appreciate
really
it.
appreciate
We're gonna
it.
fight over the socks now.
Yeah.
Because we each have one.
We may have a one-legged monkey, snowman. Each of us will have a snowman with one leg. And then one of our other viewers sent us a ton of patterns. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's on the
I'll just
front.
show a
Yes.
selection.
Well, actually, I don't know what I did with her. Her name is not Tom.
Oh.
I have her card somewhere. But she sent us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Tom. I know I have a note somewhere from you.
It's
It might be
probably
stuck
in, the
in
middle
there.
of
Yeah.
these.
But thank you. She sent us some great. So some of these may be giveaways, but not a lot.
Not all of them.
We opened it and was like, oh, we're not sharing these.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Some great stuff in there.
So thank you very, very much. We really appreciate it. And
yeah.
you know, as we finish them, we'll share them to show you. But I don't know that we'll be giving a lot of them away because
Maybe once
we really
we
like
make
them.
we
Yeah.
stitch them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how stingy we are.
Yes.
So
Let's
I think
see.
that's.
We should come back to that at the end.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
quilting, knitting, embroidery. You want to talk about that
Okay.
first?
The pattern, which is over on the desk there, was the quilt that I did with the birds, called Housewarming, and either there. Don't worry. Anyway, we had chosen we said if you wanted it to go ahead and drop us a note. Well, 4 people did, and we did draw a name, and that person has not responded, and that's been since May. So we've drawn another name. So Rita Lavelle, Leveille. If you're watching and you would like the housewarming pattern, please send a note to twotallstitchers@gmail.com, and I will mail it off to you. Include your address, and also tell me that you're over 18, so you can legally give us your address. We don't want to get anybody in trouble. So please respond, and I will get that in the mail to you.
Great.
Yep.
I did a little bit of quilting. You think about that while I'm showing what I did.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to talk about that.
Yikes.
I bought this pattern when we went down to Backdoor Quilts maybe a month ago now.
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. And I made my first one.
They're so cute.
And it's so cute. It's just a little fabric basket. It's made with the Annie's Soft and Stable lining, and it sewed right up and came together really nicely. So really pleased with that. I plan to make a few more of these, and it was fun.
I know what they're for.
And then I started to cut out my sandhill sling. So I got the bag. It's like a crossbody backpack, and I got the outside fabric cut, so I still need to cut the lining and the interfacing, and then I hope to get that underway this month. I don't know how quickly I'll get it finished, but I'll definitely get it underway. I'm looking forward. I told my daughter, do not let me come back to New York until I have this bag finished, because it's a perfect travel bag when you're running around the city all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Did you have any quilting? You've been working on it by
Well,
me.
I have the quilt that I finished for my daughter-in-law, and you'll see that next time.
Next time.
And I actually last night I finished the binding. I only have to tack down the sleeve.
Yay!
So it's ready to go.
Great.
And at some point I'll make a label, but I can't put a label on it yet because for the next few weeks, one thing we both have done is we've entered some things in the state fair. So I entered my Christmas rules and Scatter Freedom, and then I had an embroidery piece that I did for the 4th of July, and I entered the housewarming quilt and
something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
And what did you enter?
I entered 14 things. In stitching, quilting, and crochet.
Whoa.
And embroidery. So a lot. We'll see.
Whoa. Hers was hand embroidery, mine is machine embroidery. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Yeah. So we're kind of looking forward to that. Hopefully we can show you some stuff. She's won ribbons at the state fair. And I don't think I will, but I'm sure she'll come home with at least
Who knows?
8 or 10 ribbons out of 14.
No. I enjoy going and seeing everything.
Yeah,
It's very fun.
yeah.
I got a thrill 2 years ago because they picked one of my quilts and put it in one of the cases.
Oh.
So it was the wall hanging, the one that we did, the Robin Pickens pattern.
Yeah.
That we did as a sal or a quilt along. And that was hanging in the case instead of like folded up with all the other quilts. So
And the
that was
neat
really
part was
fun.
that some friends took pictures of it and sent it to her.
Yes,
Look
yes.
what's in the case.
I
So
did
she
not
didn't even
make
know
it
it.
to the state fair the opening weekend, and people told me, I saw your stuff. So that was exciting.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
So that's our plan, is to hopefully continue, for me, to continue finishing. Because now that I've kind of started. The other thing I did buy, because I used up Jennifer's, but for the framing and everything, Aileen's makes a clear tacky glue. I have the white, but Jennifer had the clear. And see, it's clear. And it dries clear. And so that was why I went to Michael's the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I got the clear tacky glue, which I think will be a great...
I use that when I attach trims or places where glue might be visible, because even though they say the white
That's
glue,
what I used for this, because with the black, you certainly wouldn't want glue showing.
Yeah. I've had cases where the white glue it dries without seeing the white, but you can see the glue pattern, if that makes sense. So, and I haven't had that problem with the clear one.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my other purchase. Another thing.
Yeah.
Can't let me loose. When you go away, I go nuts.
You do. We were on vacation one time, and she called and said, guess what I bought? I said, what? She said, a new embroidery machine. I said, you already have an embroidery machine. She's like, but this one is better.
Bad girl. Bad girl.
So we told you at the beginning, we hit 6,000 subscribers,
did.
which is very exciting.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we thought we'd do a fun little giveaway. You want to tell them about it?
Well, Jennifer looked, and we know who our number 6,000 subscriber was, and we also found our number 1 subscriber. So we would like to give a gift to each of you. It'll be a pattern and maybe some other things.
Yeah.
It'll
be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. It'll be our choice.
Yeah.
And so let's see, where did it go? Where did we put it?
there.
Okay. Number 1 was Dean Nelson. So Dean, if you're still watching after all these years, please send an email to tallstitchers@gmail.com. Tell us your name, your address, that you were number 1, and tell us you're over 18 so we can legally get your address. And number 6,000, thank you, is Lori DeWar, DEWAR. So Lori, hopefully you're watching, And if you would also send an email to twotallstitchers@gmail.com with your address and that you're over 18. We're trusting you always.
Yeah.
None of you are under 18, but we have to ask that. And we will get a gift in the mail to both of you.
And there may be some more surprises coming in future episodes.
And we just found out this morning. I mean, Jennifer woke up and she knew we were close, and she was like, "Gosh, I wonder when it'll happen." And it did.
I went to do the comments.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's where I saw it. Yeah. So, congratulations and thank you, Lori and Dean, for your support, and everybody in between.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
What are our plans over the next few weeks?
Our plans is to finish that sleeve on that quilt to get it ready to go to the state fair. Oh, that's the one that went in the state fair. That was the other one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been working on that quilt for my daughter-in-law. I don't know if I've shown it to you, but it's a panel. It's kind of mountains.
We've shown pieces of it for sure.
And so it's finished. It was quilted by our friend Ruthie. She's up in Lafayette, and she quilted it for me. And then I have several quilts to finish now since I bought all this fabric. I would like to get the binding on and finish the Oriental quilt because I really like that quilt. It's really pretty. And I can see that maybe going next year to the fair. And so I have that to do. And then I have 3 quilts to make because I have the skiing one for my grandson. I have the baseball fabric for my great nephew. And then the leftovers from the quilt I'm making for my daughter-in-law, the wall hanging I'm making for my daughter-in-law is enough to make like a lap size throw. Yeah. So I'll work on that.
Good. And lots of quilting.
Yes. And then also I bought enough zippers that I better do something. And I want to make some more, I like the cork bottom bags. I'll make those and maybe some more project bags, and maybe we'll go out to Love It Sew and we'll look at that pretty fall fabric that they have. Wait till you see it. It's so pretty.
Great.
So that's, and then, doctor visits and we don't have much else. Well, our retreat is coming up in August. Yeah. So we're preparing for that. I think
we'll be back one more time before that.
Yeah. So that'll come up it's in a month.
And if you're on the wait list, we haven't had cancellations, many cancellations. So
we had one.
One. Yeah, that's it. So sorry. Try again next time. Yeah. We did have somebody ask us if we were going to hold more retreats. We would love to, but our lives don't allow that right now. Yeah. And we want to leave space to attend retreats as well. So we will be keeping it to 2 a year for the current period of life.
For the foreseeable future. Yeah. Just time constraints and family constraints make it challenging. But we would love to do another one. But I think if we did, we would open it up and let
for new people
come.
Yeah. There's so many people that want to come, and it's hard because it's a very small retreat that we don't have a lot of turnover each time. Yeah. So,
and we love everybody who comes. Yes. We love everybody who comes. But it's kind of neat. The last time we had 4 or 5 new people. Yeah, and that was neat. Fun. We love meeting new people. Yeah. And that's always fun. So.
And for me, I'm going to work on my sandhill sling. I'm probably going to make some more of those little fabric baskets. I want to get a couple of my smaller pieces finished up. And I don't know if I'll do much FFOing in the next month. I'm going to focus more on the sewing when I'm down there, sewing on that bag. And my stitching time, I'll put more towards finishing instead of FFOing. Yeah. And work. Just like you have doctor appointments, I have to go to work. And
get Jack off to school.
Yep, get ready for school.
And the princess is out in Pennsylvania now. Yep. They've done their first production this weekend. And there are 2 more. So if you are near Franklin, Pennsylvania, the third one is probably the one you'd want to go to. Next week is geared toward, well, it's young people, not little kids. So if you have,
and that's at
kids or
Wildcat Mansion
in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Yep. And if you go, make sure you ask where the princess is. Yes. And if they say, "Oh, she's on the stage," it's like, no, not that princess. We want the stage manager princess. Yes. So so she's having a good time. She drove out there by herself the day after July 4th. She drove out. It was a 6-hour drive, and she did fine until she ate the food at Arby's. kind of
didn't
messed
sit
her
real
up for a
well.
couple days.
But
Yeah, so she's out there and she's having fun.
yeah.
She's in her element now. She's really liking that part.
And my son will be gone next weekend, so that would be very weird.
Yeah.
But a good precursor for when he goes to college. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Great. Did you think of a question?
Did I think of a question? Yeah, I was looking. We have a list of things that we want to ask. And so what I want to ask is, do you love or hate big blocks of stitching the same color? You know, sometimes you get like a big house, or you get, you know, an all over where it's some big blocks of stitching and stuff. Like,
The grass never ended.
so how do you feel about stitching? Do you prefer to stitch things that don't have big blocks, or are you a big block stitcher? A BB
Do you
stitcher?
like big blocks and you cannot lie? What about you?
Oh.
Do you see how I feel about it?
Yeah.
I think I was pretty clear.
I haven't done a lot with. Well, I have. They're okay. They're boring. I
Yeah.
think, you know, you get to the point where you're like, oh, I wish this were done because I really want. So then kind of you stop and you go maybe to another area and pick up something smaller to do, or you start another piece.
When I did this one, I remember I made myself like do one thread of green in between the other stuff.
Yeah.
So like if I was working on pumpkins, I'd do a pumpkin and then I'd force myself to do one strand of green before I did another pumpkin. For some reason, the houses
I was going
didn't
to say
bother
the
me,
houses didn't seem
but
to
the
bother you.
grass did. So who knows? Maybe it's what motif you're making, or I was near the end at that point. I'm not sure.
It's so pretty.
It's a lot of green. But,
Yeah. But it was a lot of gray and a lot
Yeah.
of black too.
but I will say a couple times I've stitched a single color piece, and that doesn't bother me.
Good God, it's pouring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving right away.
No.
Yeah, a single color piece doesn't feel the same as a big block of one color
Right.
to me.
Right.
I don't know. Tell us what you think.
Yep.
We'll love
Yep.
to hear as always.
Yes. Yes. And
All right.
holy crap. All of a sudden, the sky wasn't terribly gray, but now it's windy and it's really pouring.
The rain is kind of coming in sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. My stuff needs water.
Everything needs water.
It's
here.
been dry. My yard man will love it. Makes the grass grow.
Yeah. My yard man will hate it because he doesn't get paid to mow.
Oh, Lord.
Alrighty, is that everything
Okay.
today?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Alright.
I think it is. Thank you for joining us. We're delighted to spend time with you. Thank you for subscribing and for coming back. And for the new subscribers, again, welcome, welcome. We hope you come back. If you would, hit the like and the subscribe button, and then you'll get to hear our antics more often.
Mm-hmm.
We film about every 3 weeks, unless something, you know, somebody's gone or there's something like that. But pretty much we film every 3 weeks, and usually we have enough to show and talk about. Yep. So thank you again. You can reach us at 2tallstitchers@gmail.com. Jen is on Instagram at Jen Quilter. I am at Grand Stitches. She posts more than I do. I did post my thermometer in my car yesterday when I got out of work.
It was 103.
I had the windows cracked and it wasn't facing the sun. That was
Yeah.
what stunned me. You know, one of my friends from Texas, she said, "Are you in Houston?" I said, "No, I'm in Indiana." That's very unusual.
Yeah.
Very unusual. So now I think maybe this heat might be broken for a little bit.
For a little bit. Let's hope.
Probably cool down.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough yapping. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.